we'll start with Renee. Just be careful with some of your word order. For instance, you mentioned when you went to the Starbucks Reserve, the baristas come to talk to you, and you said they explain where comes to this beans. So be careful with the word order there and change it to like where these beans come from, or where these beans come. So just a few times I noticed some word order getting confused. That's fine. I mean, you can work that out with practice, but also with your pronunciation of the word term, be sure to get that R sound in there. It took me a minute to realize, like, what is she talking about? The term limits on the beans, like the dates. So just really put that R sound in there, the terms. You mentioned when you were talking about your first choice for country to live in, you started off with first of choice, but better to say my first choice. So my first choice would be to live in, America or wherever. Yejin is not here, but she can watch the YouTube corrections. Yejin, if you're watching, you said there's not many chances to go out for company dinners. A lot of native English speakers make the mistake of saying there's not many chances, but if you say there is not many chances, that's grammatically incorrect. You need to say there are not many chances. So there are not many chances to go out for company dinners. Daeyoung, you mentioned coffee is a rest or refresh thing. I totally know what you meant, but to make it more natural, you could say coffee is like a refreshing thing for me. Like coffee is something I drink when I'm resting, or something I drink for rest and relaxation. There's a number of ways to say that. I mean, I understood what you meant, but coffee is a rest or refresh thing is a little awkward. So yeah, coffee is something I drink to refresh myself. It's a refreshing thing to drink, something like that. Talking about the iced espresso, I asked, is it more convenient? And you said same to convenient as other coffee. Here you could say the espresso is like, it's a similar convenience, or you could say like the convenience is the same. Same to convenient is a little awkward, so just say, yeah, the iced espresso it's the same convenience as another coffee. And talking about, you use the phrase when weekend time, meaning on the weekend, or you could say when it's the weekend. Here you're talking about the pet cafe, so you're saying when the weekend time you can see many animals. Better say on the weekend I can see all these animals here, or when it's the weekend I can see these animals here. You also mentioned before retire my company I plan to move abroad. If you retire your company, this sounds like you own the company and you're going to close the company. So better to say before I retire from my company I plan to move abroad, or just before I retire. Or before I retire, from my company. Okay, that's all I caught. Jihyun, you were very quiet today, so I didn't catch too